Okay, so welcome back to the Arse and All YouTube channel and podcast. It's the day after the 3-1 victory. Of course, Arsenal versus Manchester United. What a roller coaster of emotions in regards to a football match. And you know what? I didn't want to do this video straight after the game or the same day as the game, just because I feel like sometimes we get carried away in terms of when you have a victory or when you kind of win a game when it could have went either way. Now, the 3-1 doesn't sort of reflect the whole game. And I think we weren't at our best, but I also think United were terrible. It's just they sat deep, they had a lot of the ball, played counter-attacking football. We are obviously going to dive more into the football match, what I thought about the players, how the match went, what I think Arteta did spot on, what I think he could have done differently from the get-go even. The injury to Partey. It's a sad thing. We are going to touch on his injury and to the extent that we know of and what's been reported. And it looks like it couldn't have come at a worse time. However, we didn't look half bad in terms of a little replacement of Declan, Jell-off, Rice. Now, it's devastating because of the fact that we didn't look at our best with him in the team anyway. And we're looking way better than United, let's say that. Not to compare teams, but if I was a Manchester United fan, I'd be worried. And we're going to touch on reasons why. Now, going on to the injury, of course, there was a statement from the Ghana FA just saying about they could be a groin injury. And it looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks, according to Mikel Arteta. We're hearing 6 weeks and he could be out up until the next, yes, not this one, the next international break, which I believe is in October, and he misses some crucial games. Games against like Tottenham, that sort of caliber of match. You really want your best teams in. If we go into the Evening Standard, reputable article, and a journalist, they do go on to say Arsenal have confirmed that Thomas Partey has suffered a groin injury after the midfielder missed Sunday's visit of Manchester United. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article, but the key thing is it is basically a few weeks without him. And it's not good news. It isn't good news. Arteta does go on to say it doesn't look good. I believe he'll be out for weeks. I think it's more than a groin than a hamstring problem, but it could be something in between both, which is pretty troubling. It's the 8th injury of Thomas Partey over 3 years at Arsenal, and he didn't miss a lot of games when he was at Atletico, which is crazy. The 30-year-old has now missed a total of 45 games missed for both the Gunners and Ghana. That is ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it, but it's just one of those things. It's like you've played for Atletico, you never got injured, never missed a game, from what I know of anyway. You come to Arsenal, and it's not like it's a one-off. Like, it's not just a Thomas Partey. There's so many players in the same boat, I'm not going to read too much into it, but it's annoying. However, we're going to step back from the negativity and the signing of the summer. It is, of course, our very own Declan Rice. Now, this geezer, he pulled off a 10... I'd say a 10 out of 10 performance. He could have scored the first header, the chance he got, but I'm not going to fault him for that. He hasn't really been brought in to score goals, but he did lead us 2-1 into the game, and we are going to talk on a lot of the talking points, so, just bear with me. But let's talk about Declan Rice. This geezer is a special talent. We've said it time and time again. Without him in the team, if we're missing a Thomas Partey, we probably crumble. We're bringing the likes of a Jorginho. No disrespect, I love the guy, amazing on the ball, but he doesn't have the athleticism, doesn't have that, agility to get up and down the pitch, box to box, that type of player. And the nearest I'd say would probably be a El Neni. And no disrespect to him either. Love the guy, but it's just not on the caliber of a Partey or a Declan Rice. Now, Declan, you saw the celebrations, you saw the scenes of when he scored and what it means to him, what it means to the fans, the manager, the other players. It's like that was meant to happen. It was destined to happen. That sort of caliber of goal, the caliber of player, like the guy who scored the goal, Yes, a bit of a luck in terms of the deflection. It could have been a foul either way, Gabriel Evans. But it is what it is. We go 2-1 up. And let's rewind a minute. I know we're getting a bit carried away, but I just want to admire Declan Rice. Brother, thank you so much. And I think that's him now, actually. No, it isn't. I'm joking. But no, it's just a joy to watch him, man. Just how he's gelled into the team. Just how the other players have warmed to him. And obviously, the fans and manager just love him to bits, you know. He's just an all-round great guy, it looks like. Even when he was at West Ham, you could just tell there was something about his interviews, just how he conducts himself, the banter with Chunks and all these other things he used to do in terms of media. What a guy. What a guy. But anyway, let's talk about the game, because this is technically a match review. Talking points, goals, mistakes, everything we got right. You know, Arteta's genius to see how the game panned out. Yes, it could have went either way in the end, but we won it 3-1. A massive 3 points, a big statement. And it just looked like it could have went the other way towards the end. But, of course, we had a few chances towards the start of the game. Saka was killing it. Martinelli killing Wan-Bissaka down the side. We didn't look like, though, we wanted to just kill him. Up until that Rashford goal. Counter-attack, I think it was Havertz gives the ball away. Kai Havertz, you're making it hard, bro. You are making it hard. I'm praying for you, bro. Like, honestly, I'm praying you do prove us all wrong and you shut us up and smash it at Arsenal and become one of our legends. I really do. You were better today. I'll give it to you. You were better today. You know, almost won us a penalty. And let's be honest, that was a penalty. It was the same thing that happened to Rashford against the last game. Who did they play? Nottingham Forest, I think it was, yeah. The same thing. It was like both clashed, and then in the end, obviously, it turned out or looked like how they spun it that Havertz kicked Wan-Bissaka, but there's contact, bro. But anyway, obviously, he gives the ball away. Rashford deadly in front of goal, kills us off, 1-0. Literally 20 seconds later, bang, Martin Odegaard from a ball in from Martinelli, who was amazing all game, honestly, ran Wan-Bissaka ragged. And in my opinion, Wan-Bissaka is the best right back in the league in terms of defending. Walker's up there, don't get me wrong. Walker's a close second, but in terms of one-on-one defending, Wan-Bissaka has to be the best, in my opinion. But Martinelli killed him off all game. Odegaard scores a great goal. Great finish. Took him out of my FPL team. I'm not going to cry. I'm not. Yeah, and then up until the 1-1, throughout the whole match, it was sort of like we're knocking on the door, but it's half-hearted. We're playing knockdown ginger, but we're not running away. Like, it just seemed very annoying to watch. And you could see it coming. You could see a United counter. They were terrible. Like, all game they were terrible. They had the ball for so much of the match. Onana thinks he's flipping Neuer, you know. And we were getting punished because we just weren't doing nothing. Like, we was chance after chance, like counter after counter, all of these things. And it just never came to anything. Now, Saka, I won't lie to you. Bro, you got an assist in the end. But Dalot did have you. And I think the whole right-footed left back did work in Dalot's favour because he's coming onto his stronger foot to defend against you and that sort of thing. So, you know, it is what it is. United then go on to what seemed like score a 2-1 right at the end. I think it was 84th minute, 85th minute, something like that. And then it was offside. Now, this was brilliant from Gabriel. However, he's a very lucky boy. Because this whole VAR thing, and this is coming from an Arsenal fan who's just won a game because of it. But the angles that they use, I'll be honest, is a very weird way of doing it. Like, it's never straight on. It's sort of like a slant, you know. But I'm not in the seat. I don't create this technology. I'm just a spectator. Obviously, when it works in your favor, you're buzzing like Lightyear. When it goes against you, you're fuming. Garnacho scores a very good goal, very good run, very good ball, I think from Casemiro, which looked like a 2-1 defeat in the end. I was gutted. You know, I was very gutted. But then it was offside. Thankfully to Gabriel sort of like pull back of his run. And the way he sort of slanted, it was like the old school Michael Jackson, like leaning forward. But yeah, obviously that was chalked off. So it's 1-1. All of a sudden, all of these substitutions around that time anyway, you know, the likes of Havertz coming off, Eddie coming off, which had a decent game. Eddie did have a decent game. He ran the line well. Martinelli coming off as well. Like all of these players, which we brought on Vieira, which was great. Jesus, of course. I think Vieira's having a very good time in an Arsenal shirt. And it looked like him getting on the ball. Tomiyasu as well came on. Forgot to mention that. It looked like a lot more energy from the players. They were hungry to play. And United bringing on the likes of Maguire, who we cheered on basically. Like, oh, Harry Maguire. Legendary. Johnny Evans coming on as well. And Højlund, he looked good. Him and Gabriel had a very good sort of wrestling match throughout the game when he was on. And then, yeah, a corner from Saka. Declan Rice chins it to control it, smashes it, and then it deflects off Johnny Evans. Obviously, there was a bit of a scrap between Gabriel and Johnny Evans, but it looked like that foul could have went either way if it was a foul in the end. Absolute scene. Celebrations were crazy. And then right at the death, half-hearted clearance or attempt to jump for the ball from Rashford. And then Jesus just gets slotted in. And then he fake shot against Dalot. Dalot goes sliding through. He's probably still sliding now. And then he comes back onto his right. Slots it home. Amazing finish to the game. I did call it in my preview. I did say 3-1. Lo and behold, if I was a betting man, I would have betted. But yeah, amazing scenes. A big 3 points. A big sort of showing of resilience from the team. From going almost 2-1 down to 3-1 up in the end. Amazing. Amazing. This looks like they've got the hunger back and the fight from last season. And you know what? I'm loving it. United fans look like they're in turmoil. Jadon Sancho looks like he's going through murders with the manager. Eric Ten Hag, aka Megamind, looks like he's having a meltdown from the decisions in the game to talking about players in training. Like, why are you talking about stuff in training? Like, keep it all in house, you know? Now, you're moaning all about these things about that went against you. But when it was Onana giving the right hook to the Wolves player who could have got a penalty in the end, and that goes in your favour, you're not moaning about that, are you? So it's give and take in this league, in this sport. And I know it's not right, you know, but at the same time, like I said earlier, when it goes into your favour, amazing. When it's not, you're fuming. You are fuming. But yeah, a 3-1 victory. Declan Rice, man of the match by far. He broke up a lot of play. Obviously, he got the 2-1 to sort of give us that control back. Saka didn't have the best game. Martinelli killed it all game, I'll be honest. Gabriel looked like our best defender by far. Very aggressive, and he sort of proved why he's back in the starting 11. Now, this 11 that we went with, Zinchenko, Ramsdale, let's start there. Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White right back again. We went with Odegaard, Rice, and Havertz in the midfield. Front three, Eddie, Saka, Martinelli. Now, would have Gabriel played if Partey was in the team and we played that nonsense formation? No one knows. No one knows. But I'm glad that solidarity with Gabriel back in the starting lineup. I felt more at ease, you know. I don't know what it is. It's one of those things. Havertz, it looks like it was better today, I'll be honest. He got in a lot of key positions, missed a howler, you know, absolute howler. He looked all right. He looked like he was linking up play a bit better, putting himself in and around, you know, the pitch a bit more. Did give away, I think, the ball for the first goal, I think it was. But, you know, we've got to make that work. And I think Arteta's talking very positive of him. He's liking what he's doing. It could just be smoke and mirrors and him telling everyone, look, he looks good. We're liking certain things that he's doing. So let's see. Still a long way to go. I'd rather be an Arsenal fan than a United fan all day long right now. But yeah, I'm happy with that result. I'm very happy with that result. 3-1. Could have been a madness of a game in the end. If that was a 2-1 to United, I couldn't have complained because we didn't put away a lot of our chances. We weren't clinical enough until that 2-1 was chalked off, which is a mad one. But I'm going to love you and leave you there. Thank you for tuning in. into today's episodes. Let me know your thoughts down below of the match. Did we deserve to win 3-1? Should Gabriel be starting? When Partey comes in, does he still start? Let me know down below and I will pin the best comments. And until the next episode, take care.